The heck's that?
Drilling rig, I guess.
What are they doing in this neck of the woods?
Well, I heard George talking about some big company prospecting for some metal or something.
Gold?
Ain't no gold in them thar hills, partner. The wrong kind of rock for a kickoff.
You guys know too much about everything. Otherwise, he's not a bad kid.
Well, I guess they'd rather be fishing on a day like this. Let's go.
Where are you kids heading?
We're going to get some fishing on the Pine River.
Well, you just head the other way and fish somewhere else, okay?
Well, how come? We often fish up this way.
Well, nobody's fishing up this way now, kid, so just turn around and get moving.
I guess you think you own the joint.
No?
Oh, well, that's something.
My company has the lease to prospect and drill.
Oh, that must be great fun. Don't let us stop you.
And while we're operating, we're responsible for fire safety. Well, things are a little dry around here. I don't want a bunch of kids fooling around with campfires and burning us out.
Well, for crying out loud, we're not going to start a bushfire.
Let's not argue, just turn around.
You've no right. You can't make us.
You don't think so?
Let's go and consult the Oracle.
Who?
The old sage himself, in person. Come on.
We were just riding along, minding our own business, when this guy stops alongside us and tells us to beat it.
Describe him.
Well, he was wearing a felt hat. He was thin, tall. He was wearing jeans. And he drove a brown station wagon.
Sounds like Kane himself.
Who's Kane?
He's a geologist. He's in charge of the operation back there.
Had he any right to stop us and turn us back?
Yes and no.
Well, I guess that makes it pretty clear.
Sure does.
What Kane said was true. Under the terms of their lease, they're responsible for fire safety and conservation in the area.
Well, we're not city kids. We're not going to leave fires burning.
Like Attila. He was a Hun. Or a Visigoth. Or something.
You don't know for sure?
I forget.
Old age catching up on you, eh?
Why don't we tell this guy to go jump in the lake?
He might do it, but I wouldn't count on it.
Why don't we try it?
Look, why go looking for trouble? Just go fishing somewhere else.
Why, it's a free country.
Look, Kane works for Amalgamated Mining. It's a big international concern. They've spent a lot of money surveying and boring. I don't know what they're looking for, but I'll bet a lot of other big concerns are darned anxious to find out.
Well, we don't want to know. We just want to fish.
Sure, but Kane and his people could be a little touchy. If they make a strike, it could involve millions of dollars. With stakes like that, guys can get hurt, even if they're just passing by.
Okay, message received.
Fine. So we make a big circle around the drilling rig, okay?
Yep.
And no.
Fasten. Shut the door. Take a look at this.
Look, I'm no darn use with these things. What am I supposed to be looking at?
Just a few $1 million. That came off the core we brought up this morning. I think it's what we've been looking for.
Well, I'm just kind of a jumped-up roughneck. I don't know anything about these things. What are we looking for?
Columbium, also called niobium. Atomic number 41, atomic weight 92.91.
So what?
Well, that's used for hardening steel for rocket engines. Not much of that stuff around. You might call it the space-age gold. Now, I wouldn't want anybody knowing about this, That's why I'm telling you.
Well, who's to know? I put every man in this crew through a sieve. We got no spies.
Well, for the next 6 days, I don't want anybody coming into this area from the outside.
6 days.
A couple of days for this morning's score to get back to head office, a couple of days for assay and analysis. And a couple of days for the company to start doing something about it.
Like what?
Tie up all the mineral rights, leak a little information, and make a killing on the stock market. And if we keep everything at this end under control until then, they won't forget us.
Can I take the night shift off? Use some of the boys to persuade visitors to stay away?
Do that.
Well, they're plenty tough. If they think there's something in it for them, they won't let anyone nose around.
You can tell them there's plenty in it for them.
Okay, you can forget it. They won't let anyone through.
Well, you better get that set up right now, eh?
Didn't hear you. Too busy with this. Some joker fooling around, I guess.
Going someplace?
Fishing.
I'll try back down the trail. There's plenty of river.
Oh, I prefer it up this way. I've got a shack a couple of miles up. Back of the bush on Trout Lake. Like to help you with this?
Now, that area's closed.
Closed?
That's what I said.
Why?
Fire danger.
Who are you kidding? I bet up in this bush when the fire index was a lot higher than it is right now. There was no closure then.
It's closed now.
I talked to the chief ranger at Indian River just a little better than an hour ago. And he didn't tell me it was closed. And until he does...
Hey, Hank! Turn that car around.
Keep away from that car.
Come on, turn it around.
You want to play rough?
Looks smart, but he isn't. He argues. Well, to get moving and don't come back.
Think you'll make it?
You know something? Darn fish don't even know we're here. Let's go up the river a little way.
We told George to keep clear of the drilling area.
We don't need to go that far. Just a little way up the trail.
Okay, let's go.
Hey, take a look at that. Isn't that a crazy place to park a car? Must have gone off the trail. Hey, there's somebody inside it. He's out cold, but still breathing. Quick, somebody get some water.
XNY 556. Come in, please. Over.
Yes, Matt, what is it? Shoot.
Hi, George. I got Mike and Chubb here. They want to talk to you.
Hey, George, you know that guy Cunningham who came in to see you this morning? We just found him. His car went off the old logging road.
Is he hurt?
Well, he was out cold when we found him, but he seems okay now. He said he blacked out on his way back to Indian River after someone beat him up.
Beat him up? How come?
Oh, somebody from the drilling camp stopped him and told him to turn back, but he kind of argued.
Where is he now?
Well, his car wouldn't run, and he's still a bit woozy, so he left Zeke with him.
That might just make him woozier. Hold on, Mike. Listen, Mike, do you think you can look after the fire tower for a couple of hours?
Who, me? Well, sure, I guess.
Well, don't let me down, son. Put Matt on. Matt, go and pick up Mr. Cunningham in your truck and bring him here. Mike will stand in till you get back, okay?
Okay.
Over and out.
You know the drill, son.
I guess so.
Let's go, Chuck. You know, it might be a good idea to pray for rain.
Do me a favor, Mr. Keeley. Don't take any action.
I'm sorry. I can't let a bunch of thugs go beating up people on my territory. Their lease doesn't cover that.
Is there someone around who can pick up my car and get it running?
Fraser, that's his garage across the road.
Fine.
If he can keep Uncle Raoul's car moving, he can fix anything.
And while he's doing it, I'll just get up to my shack and get in a little fishing.
You seem to like beating your head against brick walls, don't you?
Part of my job. I guess you know that.
I do. I could stop you.
I can't see you coming between a man and his fish without a good reason.
And I'd say there's a darn good reason. Trout Lake's only a couple of miles from that drilling rig.
Oh, they won't try anything more.
You could be right. Once they know who you are, I don't think they'll want to mix it with you. Unless you start it.
I just want peace, I promise you.
Okay. I don't quite like it, but I'll chance it.
You want some help up at the shack? Cooking, dishwashing? Mike, Zeke, and myself for small consideration.
$1 a day?
Each?
Well, sure, each.
You got a deal.
Now, just a minute.
You don't approve?
I certainly don't. Still, all right, on one condition.
Shoot.
That I take you up, and we stop off at the rig in the way and tell these guys the facts of life.
You got a deal, too?
Haven't heard a thing since noon. Just the birds. Let's hope it stays that way. Try to start a forest fire? Sounds like a truck. You going someplace?
You cut this tree?
Well, what's it to you?
Can you read?
Look, this is mining company land.
It isn't. You've got a license to survey and make test borings, nothing else. Now get that tree out of my way and get back up to your camp.
I don't take orders.
And don't argue. You're gonna get your ears pinned back far enough as it is. Stay in the truck, you two.
Why can't we...
You heard. We'll talk inside, Mr. Kane.
Well, it's not much, but it's home. What can I do for you?
This gentleman was stopped and assaulted by some of your men on the logging road this morning.
Yes, well, I'm sorry about that, but I understand he argued.
And why not? He was entitled to be on that road.
Well, my company is responsible for fire safety in this area, and we have to take measures.
They don't include mayhem, and let me correct you. Your company is liable for fire damage. I'm responsible for fire safety, conservation, law and order, and darn nearly everything else. Is that quite clear?
I guess that's another way of putting it.
It certainly is. Now, Mr. Cunningham is going to go up to his fishing cottage on Trout Lake. And if there's any interference with him or any other incidents like this morning, I'll close off this whole area and give you and your men 2 hours to get out.
Are you kidding? An international company the size of this one? You can't do that.
Try it. See what happens.
You seem to be making a big effort, Mr. Kane. What are you looking for?
That doesn't concern you.
I syndicate a column of news commentary to a dozen national dailies. I have a television program on a national network. Practically everything concerns me, if it's news.
Those guys crashed the roadblock.
Why, you big boneheaded bumbling fool, do you know what you've done?
Hey, lay off that.
You know who that guy was, the one you beat up at the roadblock?
Well, I just didn't stop to ask his name.
He's a journalist, a news hound, a big name in the news business. And you fixed it so he's just bubbling with interest about this operation. Living in a summer shack only a couple of miles away and we can't touch him. Now, look at this. Trout Lake. That's him. That's us.
Well, so what?
If he finds out anything about this, and if he leaks anything to the newspaper about what we're doing here, you will be looking for a new job. Only you won't find one because you'll be blacklisted. Now beat it and start thinking something up.
Accident?
I don't want to know. Beat it.
Come and get it.
Gone inside for grub. This could be a good time. They won't know anything about it till it's too late. Fire gets spread back to the rig. No. Not unless the wind changes. I worked that out. Accident.
Okay, son, I'll take over again.
Take a look at that.
You're right, son. We got a smoke. Would you like to get a bearing on it?
Sure.
XNY 556. C for Charlie, calling XNY 556. Come in, please. Over.
Bearing 158.
Thanks, son.
XNY 556.
Hi, George. We got a pup. Bearing 158.
Bearing 158.
Okay, Matt, stand by.
Around Trout Lake.
Take that gear over there.
Hey, you know something? We're kidding ourselves.
How come?
Fire, it's going the other way.
How do you know?
Smoke's changed direction.
That lets us out.
Yeah, but it could let those guys in the drilling rig in. Somebody better go and tell them.
Through the fire?
No, we'll round it. It isn't too big already. See you later.
I'm going too.
No, you stick around just in case it gets bigger or something.
Smell anything?
Well, it could be a fire someplace.
I don't suppose you had anything to do with it.
Oh, not me, Mr. Kane.
What are you doing here? Weren't you on Keeley's truck?
Look, save your breath. We're gonna need all of it.
What are you talking about?
If you want to save some of your gear, you better start right now. There's quite a fire heading this way.
This way? It couldn't. Wind was any other.
It's changed around about half an hour ago. Didn't you notice?
Get the crew off the rig. Put them on fire break. Get the other crew. Start moving equipment.
Look, I'm going. I might find the fire trucks in Logging Road. Be seeing you, I hope.
Look, I just want to say I didn't know.
Stow it. I don't want to hear anything about it. The kid probably saved our bacon if you haven't burned it to a crisp. Get those crews moving.
Hi. Hope you don't mind. I borrowed this.
Go right ahead.
We got a lift back in the fire truck, guy. Wanted to get this off.
It's quite a story. Boy saves drilling rig from fire in nick of time.
I get a better one than that. I talked to Kane. He's in town, reporting back to his head office.
I guess he's pretty badly shaken.
Well, enough to make him talk.
About how the fire started?
How about the strike? It seems they made one. They wanted to keep it dark and leak it out in their own good time so they can make a nice profit on the stock market. Just in case the strike isn't what they think.
That fire may not have been accidental. They may have tried to burn you out.
Can you prove it?
I don't know yet.
So it's not the immediate story. For me, anyhow.
It could have been immediate for you if the wind hadn't changed.
What could I have lost? An old shack? But if things had gone the way those two guys wanted it to, a lot might have lost everything they had. I want to use your name, Chubb, if you don't mind.
Well, I didn't do much. I guess...
Go ahead and use it. You did a darn good job.
Okay. Boy saves men from greed in nick of time. I guess that's the story.